Hey everybody, I'm about to show you how to turn $350 into $900 in 4 hits. You're not going to want to miss this. That's right, guys. We're going to use $350 and turn that into big profits up to $900, guys. That's over $600 in profit. That's 3 times your initial bet. Here's what's going to happen. Let's say if you ever had free play on a cruise, let's just say it's $300 of free play. I'm going to add in a little extra money. I'm going to pull this back and say I want to go 330 on the inside. Now, when you say 330 on the inside, basically what it looks like is you're going to have $75 on the 5 and 9, and then you have $90 on the 6 and 8. This is 330 on the inside, but you said 350. Just wait a minute. Let me show you how this works, okay? So 330 on the inside, our bets are off. We're going to get a point established. Let's just say it happens to be on the 9, okay? The point is going to be on the 9. Any of these bets, the 5 and 9 are $75, will pay 105. And then the 6 and 8, same thing. It's at $90. Any of these bets will pay $105. What we're going to do is we are going to press this up 110 on the inside. So we're going to drop down an additional 5 out of your rack. So you're going to press this 110 on the inside. Okay, so it'll look like this right here. We'll put all that down. So now any of these bets, you have $100 on the 5 and 9, and then 120 on the 6 and 8. Any of these bets will pay you 140. Okay, $140. Okay, what's going to happen if you get a second hit? Again, there are risks, and I'll show you the risk in a second. If you do get a second hit, that bet will pay you 140. Right? What we're going to do is we're going to go to 150 for 10. That's 140. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and make these look like green chips because what we're going to do is we're going to pick up the 4 and 10 at $75 each. So that's our first hit. This is our second hit now. So that's the second hit we've gotten out. We're at 2 hits in. We still have our full risk of what 330 inside. Plus we've dropped down an additional $15, which is fine because what we're going to happen here is we're going to either have 2 options. Do we have a settlement? What do you want to do? You've gotten 2 rolls. You can wait for the 7 to resolve and turn off your bets. That's option number 1. And then when the new shooter comes out, then you'll only need 2 more hits of any of these bets. Or you could say, you know what? I'm confident. I feel like we can get 4 rolls, 4 numbers to hit. So at this point in time, you could say, keep my bets on, but you don't have to tell them that. But in your mind, okay, my bets are still working. Now you only need 2 more hits. But again, we are going to use a little bit of our money that we make. Now remember, these bets on the inside will pay you 140. The 4 and 10 will pay you 150. Let's just say we got an inside hit again, all right? Let's just say it's 140. We'll call it 150 for 10, okay? But let's go a little bit more and invest a little bit more. Remember, I told you the initial best investment would be $350. So what we're going to do is we're going to go with the green chips, and we're going to spread this all the way across, press it one more time, okay, one more time, and basically you have a $160 pressure, okay, if you want to call it that. Now let's review what we have here. That was our third hit. How many times? It's quite a bit. You have 3 hits on a table. You're looking for 4 box numbers, okay? Let's review what we have here. The 4 and 10 are set up at $100. Each of these bets will pay $200. Of course, you have to pay your VIGs. Let's not forget that. Your 5 and 9 are currently at $125. I could change into the black chips, but for now, I'm not going to. $125. These bets will pay you $175. 6 and 8, this is at 150. It'll also pay 175. I'm only looking for one more roll. 4 rolls total that gets a hit, okay? Any of these bets, let's call it on the 6. It doesn't really matter. But either way, it's still going to work out. Let's say it's on the 6. That'll pay me $175. Okay, let's do that. It'll pay me $175. Now, I want to show you, remember, I told you start with $350. When you pull everything back down, let's find out how much money we've generated, especially in profit, okay? All right, here we go. We're gonna count this thing out here. You have 100, 2, 3, 4, that's 500, 6, 7, 8, 875. That's $900. $925. Remember, you started with $350. You've taken it to over $925. You've tripled your bankroll. I would absolutely suggest this 100% for free play. Or let's say we're going to have a $2,000 bankroll. The goal here is to get 4 hits. Remember, if one time you get knocked off, that's okay. You go back to your bankroll at $330. But one win covers you for 3 losses. Okay, one roll that you hit all 4 box numbers covers you for 3 losses of not getting the 4 hits. I'm going to roll this out, guys. I'm telling you, you can make a fortune, absolute fortune playing this way. Let's not forget there is a risk of not getting the 4 hits. And then you had that option. Do you want to let the play roll out where you do not turn off your bets? Or do you want to let the 7 resolve in between the hit numbers 2 and 3? Let it resolve for the new shooter. I think for this purposes, we are going to roll it out for 4 solid hits to see if we can actually get some money back to our rack and turn $2,000 into possibly $3,000. What do you think? Let's see if we can make some money, guys. Let's check out some live rolls. Here we go. Okay, guys, so we're starting with a $2,000 bankroll. Okay, remember, my first suggestion is start with the free play first, see where it gets you. I have $1,900 in black, and then I have $100 between greens and reds. Remember, we are going to be using some reds to drop down for the 50 for ones or for the little bit of pressure that we're going to have. Okay, we're going to get a point established. We're going to roll this thing out, and let's get some dice going here, right? All right, let's go, shooter. Here we go. And that's going to be the hard 10. Okay, the point's going to be on the 10. Let's mark the point on the 10. We're going to drop down $330. That's our initial bet, $330. Okay. So again, they're going to set you up, and what they're going to do is they're going to set you up for $75 on the 5 and 9, and it'll be $90 on the 6 and 8. Okay. All right, that's set up just like you want it. Looking for 2 inside hits. 2 inside hits. Here we go. And that's going to be boxcars 12. No help to me. Come on, shooter. And there's a square pair. That is the hard 8. That's great. Okay, that'll pay you $105. Okay. Remember, we're going to drop down an additional 5. Okay. Drop down additional 5. We're going to press it 110 on the inside. Okay. Press it 110 on the inside. That's not where I'm going to go. Right here. All right. So now, again, you have $100 on the 5 and 9. And we can exchange these out for black chips to make it look a little bit prettier. I'm totally okay with that. In fact, let's go ahead and do that. Just so that way we have some greens. We're going to exchange it out. And typically a dealer will do the same thing, right? They'll exchange it out, make it look like black chips, just like that. Okay. Now, again, you have 120 on the 6 and 8, and then you have $100 on the 5 and 9. Here we go, shooter. Let's go. And that's going to be a 516. That's perfect. Okay. And again, that'll pay you, we're going to call it 150 for 10. The actual payment is 140. But what we're going to do is, again, we're going to go $75 on the 4 and 10. So let's go ahead and make it look like that. You would have to pay a VIG. My tables don't pay VIGs at my house, but casinos, you would have to pay a VIG. Okay. Now, this is where you have that option. Do you want to turn off your bets, right? At this point in time, you could turn them off and say, let's let the 7 resolve before we get 2 more hits. But in this case, we're going to go ahead and let it ride for 4 rolls, and let's see how we do, okay? Here we go. And there's the 5, the 325. That's perfect, okay? Remember, we're going to drop it down a little bit more money. That will pay us $150 for a 10, okay? The actual payment is $140. But what we're going to do, okay, we're going to drop down $10 more for a little bit of a pressure here. And now we're going to press this 160 across, okay? 160 across. So now if you look here, what you have, let's put the black chip at the bottom. There we go. All right. So what you have here is $150 on the 6 and 8. Any of these bets here will pay you $175. The 5 and 9 are at $125. Those pay you $175. The 4 and 10 are at $100 bets. They're going to pay you $200. Looking for one more hit. That was hit number 3. Again, this triples your money. Here we go. That's an 8. That's perfect, guys. That's going to be an easy 8. This worked out. Okay, again, if it didn't work out, you have more bullets. But in this case, now you've generated 2 more additional bullets to be able to do this. Because that 8 is going to pay me $150. $175, just like that. Now I'm going to pull everything back here back to base level. When I say base level, we're going to go back out there at $90 on the 6 and 8, and then $75 on the 5 and 9. Let's go ahead and do that right now, okay? Here, and make it look like $90 each. And your dealers, if they don't want to color up some of these bets that'll probably help you out, you could tell them, hey, can you leave them greens? That way it'll be easier to put all that back there. But again, if you look at what we just did there, now you've turned your total bet into $900. You've got $500 coming back to your rack. What a great way. Again, your rack is satisfied. That's $2,000. Here's your profit, and here's your profit. You're working with your original bet here. All right, let's keep this thing going. Now, at this point in time, what I've suggested to do, just collect. At some point in time, you can go back to the 4 and 10, but just collect your bets, okay? Because you've already you've already made money on it, okay? You can press if you want to, but I would suggest for here, just go ahead and collect this money. That will pay me $105. Let's just put the black chip back into the rack and keep it going here. Here we go. And that's going to be the hard 4, the 2-2. And there's another 4. I tell you what, the next hit, we are going to go to the 4 and 10 because they do roll, right? And there's a 1, 2, 3, craps 3, no help. And there's your 7. That's okay. You know what? We collected some money, some great money. We got out the hand like we were expected with the big profit that we wanted, okay? Let's pull all these bets back. Let's get it all set back up again, okay? Let's turn the puck off. And we're going to drop down another 330, okay? Again, let's go and get a point established, but it is setting right there. It's ready for you. And that's going to be a Yo 11. No help to me. Oh, did a dice. Come on, shooter. And that's a 5-2-7. That is going to be a front line winner. We are not playing the pass line. We're acting as if we are not a shooter. If you are the shooter, you have to pay the pass line or don't pass, one or the other. All right, we're going to drop down $330, and the dealer will get it set up. Okay. So that's going to be, again, 75 on the 5 and 9. And then it's going to be $90 on the 6 and 8, just like that. All right, the point is 6. Looking for 2 inside hits to start us off. And there's a Yo 11, no help to me. Remember, you have vulnerability. That's another Yo 11. The vulnerability is not getting inside hits. Ooh, I hit the chip. It's going to be on the 5, the 4-1, okay? That's going to pay me $105. I'm going to go and keep it in greens this time because I know it's going to help me out later, okay, whenever I'm doing that regression. Drop down $5. Okay, we're going to press this all the way up. Okay. Looking for another inside hit. There's the square pair. That is the hard 8. That's perfect. Okay. That's going to pay me $140. What I'll do is I'll tell them $150 for 10. Okay. When you do that, let's go ahead and show these as greens here. Again, you can go to 75 on the 4 and 10. Just like that. Okay. Perfect. And we'll get another one going here. Again, you have the option of turning them off if you want to, or to keep rolling. Totally up to you, okay? Right here, that's going to pay me $150, okay? $150 for 10. And actually what you could do is, you're going to press up to a $160 bet. They'll give you $5 change. So what they'll do is, they'll go and press you on up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, okay? Then they'll go ahead and drop you here. I already did that press because I gave him the $25 chip, okay? And now this is our last hit. We only need one more hit right here. This is what we're looking for. This gets us out the hand, or this gets us, bringing money back to our rack, but it gives us 2 more bullets, okay? Here we go. And that's the hard 10. That's actually a perfect scenario because remember, these would pay $175. Those pay you, the 4 and 10 pay you $200, okay? Again, you have to pay the VIG up front. That's fine, or after, whatever you want to do. But that's going to come back to our rack. All these bets are coming back to our rack. Remember, we're going to go to a $75 bet here. Let's go pull those back. And now you have all this money coming back to your rack. And remember, the dealers are there to work for you. Make sure you're taking care of your dealers. Going up and down like this could get a little aggravating. Drop them, some tips down there. That's fine. Bet for them, whether it's $5, a couple dollars, or whatever it is, whatever you're betting. Bet for them as I get these corners straightened up, right? That's going to go back to my rack. And now, guys, look how much profit I've generated in 2 shooters of this working out, okay? Don't always work out, but it has so far this time, okay? And let's keep it going. Here we go. All right, that's going to be another 5. Remember what I said from here, just go and just collect. That'll pay me $105. Just collect. If you start getting too much profit or too many hits, then you can start spreading out. And there's the 437. That's a perfect timing, right? We did the regression, got an extra hit, and we're ready to roll for the next shooter. All right. And we're ready to roll, guys. You also have the other option here when you do regress, just to turn your bets off. You totally up to you how you want to play that out. Let's turn the puck off. Let's get another point established. It's going to be the 1, 2, 3, craps 3. That's no help. Come on, shooter. Oh, I hit my little chips here. And that's going to be an 8 to 5, 3. Okay, smart to point on the 8. All right, we're going to drop down. We're going to do the greens this time, right? 3. All right, and then we do the reds too. Yeah, we do have to use some of these reds though. All right, that's all right. There we go. All right, let's go, shooter. Looking for 2 inside hits. And there's the hard 4. Doesn't help me out at all. A hard 4. Come on, shooter. That's the 516. Okay, that's great. That's going to pay me, again, $105. I'm going to drop down an additional $5, just like this. We're going to press up the inside. Man, I love this move, especially on free play, just for a good one-hit shot. But again, if you have $2,000, think of how many times this has to go wrong to lose the entire bankroll. Okay, it's very, very difficult. Come on, let's keep this thing going. And there's another 6 to 4-2. Okay, again, that's going to pay me $150. The actual payment is $140. Pay me $150 for 10. Let's make that go there. And what we're going to do is we're going to make these like greens, and we're going to put $75 on the 4 and $75 on the 10. And let's keep it going. Look for 2 more hits. 2 more hits is what we need. There's a yo 11, no help. Horn's been kind of hot. And there's your 7. That's okay. You know what? We did not get out of this hand, right? This is vulnerability. You needed 2 more hits. We didn't get them, okay? So every bit of this does come back. That's a big hit, right? But again, one win of the 4 rolls gives you bullets. Look here. These are some bullets that you have, okay? Let's pull all this back. It's going to drop down 330. Let's go ahead and call it 400. 400 for 70. Do that. 50, 60, 70. That's 330 that I'm doing there. And it gives me some red chips back into my rack, right? Okay, so here we go. We're going to go set it back up. And really, I don't need to be setting these up yet because the puck is still off. But that's okay. All right, our bets are off. The puck is off. And here we go. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, craps 3, no help. And there's a 6. Okay, 5-1. Perfect. Turn the puck on the 6. Mark the point. Let's go, shooter. 4 hits. Nope, that's a 6, 4, 10. No help. There's yo 11. Another yo. Yo's been hot. And there's a 9, 5, 4. Perfect. Okay, that's going to pay me 105. I think you know the drill by now, right? We're going to drop a nickel, or drop $5, and I press it up 110 on the inside. Okay, just like this. And there's a 5. Perfect. Okay, remember that's going to pay me 150. Okay, for 10, right? And then from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it look like quarters, so we can put 4 and 10. Now we're going to grab the 4 and 10 at $75 each. Now we need 2 more hits to be done. That's all we need. There's a 9, another center field, 5-4. Perfect. That's going to pay me 140. Call it 150. So basically, I'm pressing this up by 20 because I need the $10 for the 140. And I'm going to do $10 more to make it 160. So I'm going to give you $5 back. So let's make it all look like it's supposed to. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The dealer will know what you're doing when you do that. It's kind of hard to explain it in this realm. All right, perfect. We're ready to roll. Looking for 1 more hit. That's all we need. There's a 1, 2, 3. Not there yet. Come on, shooter. There's a 5. That's perfect, guys. No field. The 4-1. That's a $125 bet. That'll pay me $175, just like that. Pull everything back to the rack. Okay. Going back to a $75 bet. Boom. And all this, the rest of this is coming back to your rack, ready for profit, man. This is, oh my gosh. Look at this. Look how much profit this generates, guys. It is an absolute money feast. Absolutely love this. Okay, black chips back into your rack. You can see we're over $600. So with that, right at $600 in profit. Plus, we have our bankroll out here. The puck is still on. Okay, we're not done with this yet. But at this point in time, we're just going to collect. Okay, collect until the shooter's done. There's another 5, no field. That pays me $105. You know what? No reason to press yet, but you can in a little bit if you want to. Start pressing these things up. There's a 314. Or spread out if you want to do that too. You're in profit. You have the money to do it. That is the 617 though. Okay, all this is going to come back. It's okay. You made your money on that shooter. You've made the money. I love it. I love it. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Probably, let's just do it one more time, right? I tried to show as many scenarios as I can for the timing of the video. Well, you know what? Let's not do that yet. Let's drop down money yet. Let's get a point established. Let's turn the puck off. Let's do that first, right? All right, it's going to be on the 9, the 5-4. Mark the point on the 9. Now let's drop down to some money here. Remember, it's going to be $330 on the initial investment. You add a little bit more to make it 300 and go and drop down just $30 to make it $350 total. Okay. Boom, just like that. Let's go, shooter. Let's get 4 hits. That's going to be the pair in the trade, the easy 5. Now that's going to pay me $105. Okay. Press up this inside. Just like that. All right, now everything's at the $100 level, 100 and 120. And there's a 10, not on the 10 yet, 6-4. There's a hard 8, guys. That's a square pair. Love that. That's going to pay me 140. Okay, we do 150 for 10. All right, go and make that look like greens. And do $75 on the 4 and 10. Boom, looking for 2 more hits. That's all we need. Let's go. There's the hard 4. Okay, the 2-2. Now that'll pay me $150. Okay, pays me $150. I'm gonna drop down 10 more to make it look like $160. Okay, we're gonna go $160 across. Right, $160 across. Is what we're looking for. Boom. Look at that. Last hit. This is what we need. This is for the goods right here, guys. Right here. Here we go. That's aces. It was almost a 5, and then it rolled over. And there's a 6 to 4-2, easy 6. Beautiful. That gets us out the hand. That pays us $175. $175. Everything comes back down, guys. I absolutely love this system. Absolutely love. This is probably going to be like my go-to, especially if I'm in profit. You know what? Choppy tables, whatever. This works for a choppy table because you can turn your bets off if you want to, whenever you want to, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead. I've had a long video here so far. I'm going to go ahead and pull everything back. I'm going to turn my bets off. Let's just say my bets off right now. Let's go and let the 7 resolve. See how long it's going to be. You know what? How about that? The 4-3-7. Remember, I turned my bets off. I'm going to pull these bets back. Go to the rack. Okay. And we're going to count this thing up. I can tell we are in major profit right now. Okay. Major profit. Let's just see how much we got. Started with 2,000. Move all this to the side. And just to show you for visual, this is $2,000 right here. That is our initial bankroll. It's 500, 1,000, 500, 1,000. So that is our initial bankroll of 2,000. Everything else is profit. Okay. And let me show you here. That is going to be $500. That is going to be $500. That's 1,000. 1,100. 50. 75, 80. $1,180 profit, guys. 4 shooters. One of them you lost, right? You lost because we didn't get the 2 hits or the 4 hits in this case. But guys, this generates so much dang profit. I love it. I love this system. I'm telling you, if you have a big enough bankroll to be able to play $300, if you do it 4 or 5 times, I don't see you missing that many times of losing your entire bankroll. But this is a great way to make mega profit, risking $350, okay? All right, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this content. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Until next time, mark the point and stay awesome.